Guys, we are back on the Cape. We're here late, and because the season is getting on into the fall, well, not fall, late summer, don't have a whole lot of light left, but let's go ahead and take a look at little girl, see where the tarp is at, and then we'll talk about what's going to be going on. Little bunny rabbit right there. Got lots of them around here. Oh, he's gone. Okay, looks pretty good from this angle. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is, every time I do it now, it's coming out about the same. Yeah, we're good. All right, well, I think I'm gonna wait till we're inside. Let me, hang on just. The deal is that we have rain coming for all the time I'm here. And I've got a couple of projects lined up that I'm hoping to get done, but we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna finish unloading the car, and I'll get back to you guys a little bit later and let you know what we have in mind. So one or two projects we may be able to get done while we're down here. Okay, so here we are out on the starboard side of little girl's mast. This is the cleat for, well, either the main or the jib halyard. There's one, equal to it on the opposite side. I just now noticed there's a little one right here. My whole thought is that since I'm going to be putting my my double block on the starboard side of the mast, it's going to be right down here on the deck, and pulling up there. What I wanted to do would be able to put a second cleat here. Well, there's already one, but I don't like how low that is. I want to be able to put one here for the main, which this is already there. There's no need to move it. These two are on here probably as permanently as they'll ever be because it's been out on the salt so many years. But anyway, I got a brand new cleat here, and I thought about mounting it either right here on the forward side of the mast, or there's not enough room. I mean, that is just about midway in the depth of the width, front to back of the mast. And so I think we're going to obviously leave that where it is for either the main or the jib, and then take this one here and mount it. I don't know. Maybe put the jib right on the front of the mast, right here, at equal height with the main halyard. The main thing is that this one over here, since we're going to be raising and lowering both the jib and the main halyards on the starboard side, I just wanted to be able to have one handy by, and I didn't want to have to take the jib halyard and wrap it all the way around to this side over here. So anyway, that's the thought. And so one of the projects for this trip is to go up to West Marine and measure out some bolts that are the right size for these holes, so I can mount them. And then what we're going to do from there is go and see if we can't buy a tap the right size for those bolts to be able to actually bolt right into the thickness of the mast. And yeah, that's the project. That's the thought. Now we'll see how the weather goes. Tomorrow I was expecting to maybe have to take Mom up to the nursing home in the morning. I guess it's not going to happen. So I may be able to get up to Home Depot, or actually first thing will be to go to West Marine and measure this thing up for the size of the bolts that we want to put through. And I think I'm going to use panhead. I think these are panhead, not panhead, I'm sorry, the oval head. Yeah, these are here too. And anyway, yeah, that's the idea, is be able to have one coming up off the deck down here, haul away, and then take your line and coil it and be able to hang it right here. I don't like how low this is. That's too low. And anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow, we'll get up to Home Depot and we'll kind of go from there. Home Depot. Yeah, well, that too. Because I'm going to have to get a tap up there. But, yeah, we'll get up to West Marine and see what we can find. All right, that's it for tonight. We're losing light fast. And anyway, welcome back to Restoring Little Girl. And this is going to be a time with kind of limited abilities to get up on her, and especially on that foredeck with all the rain we got coming in. So we'll see, and we'll get you guys caught up as soon as we know where it's going. Okay, so this is what I've come up with that I'm going to put on the front of the mast. I've been over there and looked at the placement and so forth. The mast has original equipment cleats on port and starboard. Those are original steel, probably, I don't think they're stainless, but anyway, original steel cleats. And I can't begin to duplicate those. And they're balanced, they look just right. This is new technology. This is called a glass-filled nylon cleat. And it is just basically, it's rugged stuff. As a matter of fact, I've got a brand new knife that I'll show you in one of my videos here that I just got. And the same technology is used in knife handles now. So anyway, it's rugged stuff. And so I'm going to use this. But the first thing I'm going to do is hollow this. I'm going to hollow this out so that it fits nicely to the front of the mast. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. For the record, this is grinding out pretty nicely. I don't know if you can see that. But that's really beginning to hollow out very nicely, and I'm going to just keep doing this until I get a pretty decent hollow ground right in the middle of this cleat, and that way it'll form right around the front of the mast. Doesn't have to be much. I'll probably throw some caulking in under it, but I also bought a tap and die set today, so I'm going to take these bolts right here, which are 12/24s, and tap the mast, so that these will go right into the mast and hold the cleat in place. And yeah, you know, the things we do for our boat. All right, let's get back to work. Got to grind this out. Oh, by the way, I'm using just this. This is just a plain old wood rasp with coarse and fine. You know, this curved surface. There's the flat surface. And I'm just using the curved surface, and actually right now I'm just using this very coarse one to get out most of the meat, and then smoothing it down with a fine. And then I'll probably finish it out with some coarse sandpaper, and we should be good to go. Well, guys, I've got this all ready to go. I reamed out the recesses where the oval head bolts go, and opened the bolt holes enough to where these slide in perfectly. With almost zero tolerance. And to make matters even better, this is hollowed very nicely here, and I've already checked it fits the mast quite nicely on the front edge. So what we're getting ready to do, I'm going to go ahead and put some magic marker on the ends of these bolts, get everything in place, and see if I can't get it to mark where I want to drill the holes. Now on drilling, this is a brand new tap and die set. This is for a 12/24 thread, screw thread, bolts thread, whatever. And I looked at the drill size for that, and it calls for an 11/64 drill, which, by the way, is just 1/64 smaller than what I've got here, because this is a 3/16, and that is 12/64. I checked it against the taper and the threading on this, and it's perfect. That 1/64 is not going to make a whit of difference. There's more than enough taper in and thread depth to be able to go ahead and do these bolt holes very nicely into the mast. So with that, I think we're going to get going and see if we can't get this thing mounted. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. I just took the the new cleat and put it in place, and with the bolts in it, and hammered down on them right dead center. And I can see it right now. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to color these in, and you'll see it, because when the bolts were struck, they imprinted on the front of the mast. And so I'm going to just color these in, and you'll see it very clearly. I just colored the imprint. And with that, I'm going to get a small drill bit and go right into the center of those, and then start enlarging to get the full width. And then we'll go ahead and tap it, and we should be good to go. That's it right there. There's the alignment. Perfect. Perfect. Now all we've got to do is go ahead and tap. We should be good to go. And yeah, that's going to work great. Fantastic. You'll see I've got this. Well, hang on. Let's get this out of the way. That's my tap. You can see where, if you look down at that, it is perfectly centered between the port and starboard cleat. And this is going to go right dead center on the front of the mast, exactly even with the other two. And this is where my halyard for the main is going, and this is where my halyard for the jib is going, right here. So all we've got left to do is go ahead and tap this, and we should be good to go. We can put this brand new cleat in place, and we'll have it all set for next summer. Or, well, maybe fall this year. We'll see. Well, this being an aluminum mast, this is cutting very nicely. It's not giving me any grief at all. At this point, I'm just basically able to, instead of going back and forth, I can probably just go ahead and finish threading this in. Yeah, there we go. We're all done. Threading is all done on that hole. Okay, now let's just go for the upper hole, and we'll see how this threads home. There we go. Number 2. Thankfully, I had cash on hand today, because this was not a cheap set. Even though I got it at Harbor Freight, this was not a particularly cheap tap and die set. And but I've never had a tap and die set, and I did not have time to go and borrow the one from one of my church members up there. He said he would be glad to loan it to me, but I didn't have time. I had to get down here and be spending some time with my dad, which we did this afternoon. And anyway, this is coming right along. In just a minute, we'll see how this threads on home. And that is done. Beautiful. That is done. Fantastic. There we go. 2 very nicely threaded holes. So let's go ahead, now that we've got that done. Well, hang on. Let me go get a screwdriver. Tighten down very nicely, but I'm going to go ahead and put some bedding in underneath them, I think. I'll look it up, see what I need to do. I've got some boat life caulk down there, but I don't know. Oh man, that is solid as a rock. That ain't going nowhere. So that's for my jib halyard. Okay. So anyway, okay, good. We're all set. One little project done. And right now it's holding off on the rain, and I'm going to go check weather forecasts, and who knows, maybe we'll get a chance to actually do some work up on that foredeck if the rain is going to stop. Okay, I take it back. These are bronze. The original cleats on the mast are bronze. They just need cleaning up. Okay, I'm being called to supper, so we're out of here. Bye. guys I didn't think we'd get here. Let me turn this around. Here. For the moment it stopped raining, and I probably only have about an hour to work. So I'm going to be up on the cabin top, seeing if I can't set things up for this double block that goes to the starboard side of the mast. And we'll see where it goes from there. I'm hoping that I get a little bit of work done to at least get a start on it, and we can do some finish up next time we're down. But anyway, we're going to be going over to my brother's house. They're coming over here one way or the other. We got dinner together, the whole family getting together tonight. And but that's not till a little bit later. So, all right, let's get to work. All right, we're up on the cabin top. I've already done some work here. This is where I'm going to put the downhaul, uphaul block for my main and jib halyards. And this is the bigger one. And the way I've got this set up, I've gone ahead and penciled in the outline of the base of the block here. Oh, hang on. I'm not even paying attention. I penciled in the base of the block, and then I took my knife and I started carving out the foot, the ridge that goes right along here. And believe it or not, I'm now almost just right there, and to where I can go ahead and mount this. And I think with the screws down and some caulking underneath, I think we're going to be good to go. I don't think we're going to need any more than that. I may do a little more hollowing out, but it's pretty much right where we need it. And with that being said, at least once we get this down, we pretty much have this thing set up to where we're going to be able to do our halyards through this block, cleat it up on the front and the side of the starboard side of the mast, and I think we're going to be good on this whole little system that we got going here. Anyway, yeah. By the way, you'll notice sunshine coming. I can't believe it. It's not supposed to be sunshiny. It's supposed to be raining right now. I'm sneaking in about an hour of work here before I have to go over to the nursing home with my mom and go see my dad. So, all right, let me get out of here, and I'm going to try to get some caulking and mark the screws, and we'll see how much we get done. Guys, I have this just about perfect on how it sits. What I did, I used my grandfather's old knife because it's got the best and sharpest and anyway toughest blade, and I went ahead and dug out 2 troughs here and here, and it's just enough to where when you get this thing lined up, I mean, it's just about, it sits perfectly flat in those channels. It ain't going nowhere. So next step, I guess, is to go ahead and drill some holes and get some caulking down and set this up. Yeah, and so I think that's where we're headed. All right, we're moving along. Well, folks, this is the reason I'm not going to be finishing that last project up on the cabin top. As you can tell, this might just not work up there, so... All right, well, we're going to draw this one to a conclusion, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this session, and thanks for stopping by Restoring Little Girl, such as it is.